Good morning. It is a beautiful day here. As you can tell, we're out on the golf course. And I had something else planned for you today, but I'm dropping Jonah off at the daycare, the babysitter, and he goes, "Dad, can you take some videos of you golfing today so I can see them when you pick me up?" Obviously, I'm not going to turn that down. So that's what we're doing right now. Let's get some golf footage. Okay. All right, we're back home. Beautiful day at the course. What can I say? There's nothing else to say about it. Anyways, Eric wanted to know. Oh, Eric. No, it's like Ecom, but his name is Mike. Whatever his Facebook name is his name backwards. So Mike wanted to know about these guys and what type of yo-yo it's geared toward. He's had plastic yo-yos that were lighter that he got rid of because they didn't have enough spin time. So this is your 48 gram yo-yo. You probably haven't played one before. Maybe a responsive yo-yo that's very light. You have not played an unresponsive yo-yo like this. It's geared toward faster, agile play, but also it's geared toward just being so different. So still a full-size yo-yo, but being so much lighter, like 20% lighter. What is it? Like, so 65 grams is the normal, 12 grams less. I was told there would be no math. So more than that, like 25% lighter than your normal yo-yo. It's going to play so very different. Now, is this going to have as much spin time as the Banshee SS? And no, definitely not the Banshee Brass SS that I need to go do some testing on. We're going to drop those today. Quick little side note. Not today, Friday. Quick little side note. So we only have the two original Banshee SS brasses. Those went to Patreon. Extras went out to the world. So we've got another color here. After I test them, we'll see, because brass usually has issues. But we're gonna drop them Friday because the other shipment of GBPs is actually coming on Monday now, not Friday. So I'm not worried about rushing to mess with the GBPs and another drop. So all of your invoices for these will be later next week. And that's your quick update there. So yes, Banshee SS brass rims Friday. We'll work on those in a bit. But this, it doesn't circle it all the way around. You see how I did that? It doesn't, it's not geared towards like specific tricks, just because it's kind of a very unique yo-yo. And the fun play overall is what it's geared towards, and just being completely different than anything else you have, but while still being functional. The lightweight in a monometal would not play like this. You need to have the stainless steel rim on the edge. You could probably push it to even be a little bit lighter. If you wanted to have a brass rim yo-yo, you could really, you know what I mean, get some more density on that rim. But for the most part, this yo-yo is pretty thin on the aluminum all the way out, like as light as you can go on an aluminum yo-yo. It's as light as you can go for this shape, because we kept it in that campaign shape, and then it's got some stainless steel to give it a little bit of spin time and stability and make it playable. It's not going to be your longest spinning. You're probably not going to use it to compete, but you can probably do most of your tricks with it, no problem. And it's going to be so much fun, and it's always going to have a space in your collection because it's so different than anything else, and you're going to have fun throwing it. I guess it sounded like I was trying to sell it there, but I wasn't. They're already sold. So I was just telling you what my thoughts on the GBP were. Pierre's got a few questions, as he always does. He tries to pry in. Look, it's good. He's interested. I hope you're all interested. He tries to pry in a little bit too deep to some of the trade secrets, and maybe a little bit too. Just some things I'm not comfortable really diving into on the YouTubes, like talking about old anodizers and whatnot. So we're going to skip that one, but let's talk about the question about, is the business doing as well as I wanted it to after quitting my job? While we're answering this, we're going to test the brass sheet, so you know the drill. Cross them up, guys. Wow, it's wild to go from the GBP to this. This thing, it's got some heft and some spin on it. Okay. Okay, 1 for 1. 1 for 1. We'll do more at a later time. The business is doing well. G Squared, I cannot say is not doing well. It's doing great. Patreon is doing better than I could have expected. That is I think I've said it before. Like, that is the reason I was able to quit my job, knowing that those monthly shipments are going out. Eventually, I could see it almost getting to a point where if I can grow that. Right now, I don't have any slots open, and I won't for another couple months, because what I have allotted for April and May, I don't have enough yo-yos. I have the yo-yos already. I don't have enough yo-yos to add spots. After that, I can look into adding some more spots, and eventually we could turn into where I am doing a yo-yo, but 4 colorways, and you guys get to pick your colorway or whatever for each month. And that is the main G Squared business, is just monthly shipments going out. I could see that happening. But that dedication from those fans to get a yo-yo every month and know that they're getting a yo-yo every month has been the biggest blessing for making G Squared work as a business, and like making it still work after I quit my job. It doesn't mean everybody else that's buying yo-yos from the store isn't as important, but they took some of the stress off that made it possible. Like, I know 40 yo-yos are getting shipped out every month right now. And I know 20 shirts separate are getting shipped out every month right now. So that has done great. And I'm glad we've been able to really put some special stuff out there to those monthly subscriptions as a thank you for, hey, every month might not be your favorite shipment, but the next month or 2 months after, you're going to get something that goes, yes, this is why I stay subscribed. Hopefully every month you're happy with it. I think you are, but every few should stick out and be like, yes, I couldn't have got this otherwise, and this is why I'm here, no matter what. I really like this colorway. We'll get you some pictures at a later time as well. So that part of the business is going great. We've run into some struggles on the supply chain, but that's kind of normal business. And I'll talk about the anodizers for you too, Pierre, and why we mostly have one. We have 2 right now doing splashes and artist stuff, and then we have 1 doing solids. So I have 2. I don't have all my eggs in one basket. It might kind of look like that, but one's always slower. The other one that we've been talking about was not always slow like they are now. So I do need to kind of find a third one that's working, I think, as I continue to grow, and just to be able to always have a supply chain coming in. So I'm jumping around a little bit here. I think I kind of dodged that question from Pierre on, is the business doing good enough financially? Like, am I happy with where it's at? And, I don't know if it's because it's talking about financial stuff. It's uncomfortable. I don't even know what taboo means, but it's taboo. Is that right? It feels weird because you guys, sure, in these videos, these vlogs, the content we do, you're not the customer, but you're also, usually, if you enjoy this content, you're also a customer. And it's kind of weird to talk about money with the customer. When I talk about money with friends, see, even that, like, even in real life, it still feels weird. feels off. It's uncomfortable for me. I'm just an uncomfortable person talking to people to begin with. You would never guess that now if you were only watching these vlogs. You watch the old videos, you'd know why. But financially, let's kind of talk about this a little bit, maybe. Am I where I wanted to be? This year is doing good. 2021 is looking good. 2020 was not where I needed it to be if I was working solely on G2 for the whole year. 2021, it's hard to say. You know, I'll know when I do the year totals, look at the taxes and see what was actually made on the profit side of things, and then minus what I had to pay taxes on that, see where it's at. But right now, 2021 seems better. 2020, just looking at the numbers, wouldn't have made it, but 2020 wasn't a full year of needing to make it, right? So we've done a lot of the growth here at the end of 2020 and into 21. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of help without, like, I'm not going to say I need to make X amount from G squared to make it work. I'm making enough to make G squared work. Do I need to start putting some effort into some other businesses? Not yet, which I thought I was going to have to and wanted to when I quit my job. I thought I was really going to have to push these other business ideas, and we haven't gotten to the point that I have to really dive into them. So that's kind of where we're at. I think overall I'm happy with where it's at financially. I am, you know, the other main thing for quitting my job, it wasn't just a money thing at all, obviously. The main thing was getting to, and I complain about it on here, it's funny, getting to watch my kids grow up and being part of my kids growing up. I didn't want to work my 8 to 5 and then have to do G squared work. Not have to, but you know, you're building this brand and I don't want to just quit. But I didn't want to put all these hours in I was putting in and just miss my kids growing up. So that was another major reason why we pushed into this, and well, I pushed into this. And so far, yes, I'm completely happy. I've gotten to do so many more things with the kids. Like I said, I complain about it. I have the kids when Jonah has school, you know, I'm stay-at-home dad kind of deal. But that time is invaluable, and I appreciate every minute of it, looking back. And you know, yes, so we're doing good. We're on the right path. We're not there yet, but we're on the right path. The rest of the current anodizing plan, I think I need to look for another one. It's kind of obvious. That is an expensive process in itself. Just because of build-ups and then different shops, and a lot of the shops do not like to do like small order stuff, and don't have the abilities, honestly, to do nice quality stuff. So the main process here right now is I need to raise capital. I'm working on saving capital directly for a shop, and I need to have a shop that I can, one, get better at titanium anodizing with, give me a little more space so I'm not cramped in one little corner. I don't really want the chemicals, especially for the aluminum anodizing, around the kids. It's harsher stuff for the aluminum anodizing than the titanium. So that is the next step. Is I want to get a space. Whether I've looked for them, I haven't found anything that's really a good fit yet, and nothing that's priced rightly for what I'm using it for. But I need to find a space, save capital for a space, and then see if it's worth that rental every single month. And then I learn, like starting now, learn to do my own anodizing. The other option is really save, open a different business, and buy some land, build a building that I also rent out different sections of the building. I've got my anodizing, and then hopefully the other couple rentals pay for my section. But I think that's down the road. I think I need to do the rental process first to see if I can get good at anodizing, and then we can do some in-house anodizing on my own. I don't know if I'll ever be able to keep up with the amount that I'm doing by myself. I think I'll always have to have certain anodizers, and then maybe there's something that I end up being good at. Alva asked some sort of question. I got no idea what he was asking. So that's going to do it for us today. We'll have more on the brashi tomorrow, and it should be available Friday. Hopefully we get a good batch. See you guys tomorrow, same place, same time.
Hey!